And then we go to the desk, and the man in the hoodie appears, and it is R-Truth, who stands on the desk. The crowd's going wild for him. And he tells the audience, don't let anybody tell you that your voice doesn't matter. They heard, they felt, and they understood. And I'm back because of you. We won. And this was not a work. No, he didn't say that part.
This is not part of the show.
This was not all part of the show. Ask my son. He says, everyone loves R-Truth. He can be too funny, too nice, too forgiving, but not me. And I feel so alive. I'm not a sideshow, and I'm not a gimmick. And he pulls out a pair of scissors. And not since Big Al and Tank Abbott have we had such a concerned look on everyone's face. And then he issued a challenge to Ricochet. I'm glad these were not gold. He takes out the scissors and proceeds to cut off his hair. And the crowd, dude, this crowd gasped. There were people in absolute stunned reactions to this when he cut his hair off. And I thought this was like the greatest reaction. The cutaways were just brilliant here. Like these people were just gasping at what this man was doing to his hair.
I certainly didn't expect it. You know, the man lost a hair versus hair match against himself.
Oh, there were holy shit chants. They were so shocking that Netflix didn't even try to censor them this time.
Oh, wow.
He says, the truth has set me free. I am Ron Killings. I'm the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on my name. Dude, this is the best promo this guy's cut since he was like NWA champion in TNA. I thought this guy was just awesome in this segment. He has reinvented himself, and I like the fact that he's coming in, because if he had come back, you could have just played the hits and gone back to R-Truth. And you know what?
What's up? What's up?
Well, you could have. And it's always going to get a pop. Everyone's going to enjoy him a little bit much more because he had been taken away from you, and it would have been so safe. And instead, they're doing like a real character shift with him. And this may not last super long, but I'm so more interested in this version. And he came out, and this was a tremendous promo from Ron Killings.
Yeah.
My takeaway at the end was like, this guy's been really entertaining, but they've also been sitting on someone that they could have had a lot of use over these last like 17, 18 years that he's been here.
Like you said, John, I think the easy expected move would have just been, okay, R-Truth comes back, like, you know, do your rap, do the thing, like continue to like do your funny one-liners and everybody's happy. But whether it was at his request or maybe it was the creative direction that Levesque and his team had, they took this incredible groundswell of support and they're parlaying it into something that is evolving this character, taking somebody who maybe at one point was considered a hard to justify low card act that was making a lot of money to somebody you could potentially see in a main event that could justify that big contract. And of course, you know, having a name that he could take with him beyond his WWE years is probably a really nice bonus that, you know, might have been part of the motivation for all of this as well. But this was so cool and suddenly made Ron Killings into like a very valuable, evolved version of R-Truth. You know, like we've seen this sort of character metamorphosis for people after they've been done with the WWE. All these releases, they go out, now it's almost standard to get like a new video proclaiming, you know, like, hey,
breaking out of prison.
Yeah, exactly. Like we got the Dean Ambrose, John Moxley transformation, but on WWE TV here. So this guy was able to just show to the same audience that was clamoring for his return, his character shift, his character transformation. So I'm very excited to see what he does after this.
Yeah. The last week, I mean, Ron Killings and Mariah May, they played the game and they beat the system over this last week. Some very like smart
and what does
maneuvers.
This tell you? If you're a talent, if you get released, tweet about it at the very least, you know?
Yeah. And have a son on standby on Instagram. Okay.
That too. Yes. So
great segment.
We have to be getting a new song, right? We can't
Yeah.
get what's
Yeah,
up guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He should be.
Def Rebel, do your best.
Oh, God.
All right.
The whole truth. Dun, 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 dun.
I want the guy who wrote the Fraxium rap to write new R-Truth rap.
It's Illings. He's two killings. Oh, God. It's June on the Post Wrestling Cafe. We are going through tons of your questions on the Ask Away mailbag show, and we're bringing you not one, but 2 editions of Rewind Away, including a review of the Katsuyori Shibata documentary, California Dreamin', covering his time as head trainer at the LA Dojo. Plus, Karen and Bruce have you covered for New Japan Dominion. Chris from LA has chosen another musical edition of Rewind Away to join Wei Ting and Nate Milton. Plus, we have extended editions of Rewind to Raw, Rewind to Dynamite, and Rewind to SmackDown coming at you every single week, along with all of your weekly favorites. It's postwrestlingcafe.com.